Hi everyone, welcome to a very special edition of Noble Book Review. We are here at Yayasan Kepimpinan Perdana in Putrajaya, Malaysia, and you will not believe who is my guest today. Hi everyone, welcome back to Noble Book Review, a program where we talk all about the books without the bull. And what an amazing year 2016 has been, and I cannot think of a better way to end the year with a review of a very special book by a very special lady. And of course the book I'm talking about is My Name Is Hasmah. And the person that I actually got to interview, hooray, is Tun Dr. Siti Hasmah herself. What an amazing lady and so inspirational. Well, I won't hold you back any longer. I'll start with the interview and I'll talk a little bit about the amazing lady and the book in between. Hey, thank you so much to Siti for taking the time to be with us and to come on our show. And congratulations on the launch of your book. So let me ask you, what inspired you to write this book and how long did it take for you to complete the book?
The idea of writing my book has been in my mind for a long time, and it's all being encouraged by my friends, my family, and so forth. And I was thinking also on my own that I have so many experiences throughout my life. You know, when I was young and working and so forth. So I should start writing a book. But the thing is, I was so busy with my husband and my children. The moment I wanted to write a book, then there's something that interrupts your life, and then you stop. And then, for me, I need space and time for me to continuously write something, so that then my mind will be, in the same trend and fulfill what I wanted to write.
So it was a very disciplined process.
Yes. It has to be. When you write a book and have a target date to complete, and especially the launching will be on the 20th, so you have to really focus yourself in writing the book.
So did you decide what would go into the book, or you kind of like, as you write, you say, oh, I think I want to talk about this and I want to talk about this, or did you go like, okay, I'm going to write about this, and this?
Well, no, from the very beginning, I've already thought of telling a story of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So each decade of my life, there is something happening. When I was 10 years old and below, 20 years old and below, every decade, there's something that, there's some events to describe. And the editors agreed with that, and they also planned something what to put in.
Okay.
And there are amusing anecdotes in between, and so they place it in the proper section of my life.
Okay, that's great. What is your favorite quote from the book? Is there any specific quote or anecdote that you especially are fond of, and why?
Actually, there's no special quote. Yeah, but I always would encourage readers to think about the past, especially those people whom you love, who advised you to do this and to do that. That is something which I always remember in my writing of my book. And remembering, say, for example, parents, what your father said, then what your siblings tell you, or even when you got married and the children say something to you. Those are important little phrases which sometimes you think, oh, it's not something to bother about or to think about or to even remember. But eventually, when you're now writing the stories of your life, these are the quotes. So
that's great. So this is like refreshing your memory as well.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, it does.
Oh, lovely. So may I know who read the first draft of your book and what was the feedback?
I think the first draft was done by my daughter Marina.
Mm-hmm.
And there were many things that happened during their childhood or even before that they were not aware of. So they have to question me back whether it's right or not, or was it the editor's influenced. But no, then I will correct that, and then no, there's something that even my children don't are not aware of,
Right.
because they were small.
Yes.
And also the happenings, most of the happenings happened when we were not married and they were not born. So they, like Marina, she will not know what was really happening, and she had to ask me to confirm it and to see if it's right or wrong.
So that's interesting. So your children also found some revelations in
Yes.
the books as well.
Yeah.
Awesome, very good. Was there a particular part of the memoir that was you felt there was a real challenge to write, but then yet was really necessary to be included?
Yes, there are many parts, especially those admissions. Now sometimes, authors don't want to admit what they do wrong, and especially when they know that it is disrespectful, and people may think negative of you, especially, for example, what I said to my mother, for example, how I treated her when I was with my father. I thought she didn't, I even told her that she didn't love my father as much as she should, because she was away with my sister in Ipoh to attend to her because of an operation, and my father got a heart attack in Kuala Lumpur. And at that time, I didn't realize that she was in a dilemma as a wife and mother, until I went through the same occasion, same episode when I got married, and I had the same experience. So it's so difficult to admit that you were wrong, and how you felt so bad doing that to your own mother, realizing that she had a very difficult time to decide whether to be with the daughter who just had an operation, or to be with the husband who just had a heart attack. It was difficult for her, and I didn't understand then. It was so bad. But I had to admit it that I was disrespectful, and I was praying that she would forgive me for that.
Right. Wow. And did you find that, like, by writing this particular chapter in your life, did it give you some, well, I would say some
Relief?
closure and some relief?
Yes,
Yeah?
it does, And even writing this book, I cry over it because I go through the same, it brings you back those memories.
Yes.
Some happy ones. You cry when they're happy ones, and you cry also when they're really sad ones. Like the instance that actually about me and my mother, and then the day when we had to leave your home and stay in another state, living your parents, which I know were not tak puas. Then, to have the daughter staying with them, being the youngest daughter, they would very much like me to stay with them, even when we were married. But knowing my husband, I have to follow him.
As you can see, Tun Siti Hasmah has an amazing sense of humor, and when she tells a story, her sense of timing is impeccable. She made me laugh throughout the entire interview. I was trying to be professional and trying to wrap up everything as quickly as possible, because I know she's an extremely busy lady. I didn't want to take up too much of her time, but in between all the questions that I was asking her for the program, she kept sharing a lot of stories, her personal experiences, and what it's like, being a mom, a great-grandmom, and a grandmother. And she is so funny, and that's why you see that I'm smiling throughout the entire interview, and I look like I'm stifling a giggle half the time. In the course of your career, your personal life, and everything, and all the experience you've had, is there one or two individuals that you were truly, inspired by or awed by?
The first one which inspired me was Dr. Salma, the first Malay woman doctor who graduated from our local College of Medicine, Singapore. She was from Kedah, and she inspired me that this so prim and proper as a final year student. I met her as a final year student in Singapore. When I went in, she was already in the final year, and then she left. But I met her again when I was posted in Kedah. She was already there, and people took to her, respected her as a Malay woman, the first Malay woman doctor from Singapore. And then I was the second actually, but the first from university.
What do you think are some of the challenges that women face today, and what is your advice to them?
I think women of today have many more challenges to face. And the first thing is they must have a good education. The young ones especially must have full education to so that their future can be preserved for them. Yeah? And it is important. They must know that education is very important for their future. That's one. And secondly, when they become professionals, or even when they have a career of their own, that's one big challenge also, because there's a lot of competition among themselves, among men and women, and among women themselves. And now you can see that women, the number of women coming up much more than the men. Yeah? And so most of the positions in any government, say for example, government departments are being filled up by women. And also in the private sector, you soon see women executives, chairmen, and lots of other things, men, general managers and so forth. So women are being challenged, and they have to be really up to the top to fight against any obstacles that prevent them from getting to the top.
That's wonderful. Those are wise words from Tun Siti. Of course, I can't let this interview go without a question about what she's reading, right? So I had to find out what Tun Siti has been up to lately and what she's been reading. Do tell us, what are your favorite books, or are you reading any books at the moment?
You know, I haven't been reading books nowadays because of my poor eyesight, but I still remember the books I read in school, and that is Jane Austen's book, which were my literature books.
All right.
Pride and Prejudice, and what was the other one? Sense and Sensibility. The others I read on my own. But and other books is of course Shakespeare's, Julius Caesar, As You Like It, Taming of the Shrew, Midsummer Night's Dream. All those we read in school. And what I like about Jane Austen is all the romantic stories. I'm a romantic person, you know.
Share with us, are you working on another book at the moment? Do you have something in the pipeline?
I was thinking about it.
Okay.
Maybe then, I'm also a dreamer, so apart from just going through my program and my appointments, I spend my time playing the violin, my music, and then I dream. I dream of writing a story.
Wow. You dream that you're writing a story?
Yes.
And then you write the story?
Yes.
Can we have a clue what kind of story that will be? Is it a spy thriller or a
Agatha Christie style?
Yeah.
No. Neither would be an epic story of a war drama. No. We had enough of it anyway, and the public has enough of it. Let's go for the romantic ones, such short stories, romantic ones. as you see, when men court women, yeah,
And they went dancing.
they were dancing and they fell in love with each other. And then also the other side of the story when people miss their chances.
I think we have a little bit of a clue there. Yes, it's definitely your romantic side coming through.
I told you I'm a romantic person.
Yes, indeed you are. Yes, indeed. Reading this book is like a wonderful walk down memory lane for me. It reminds me to treasure what are the things that are truly important in life, like your family, good friends, contributing back to society and making this world a better place in your little small way. And I'm sure we all can contribute with all that's been happening around the world. I think reading something inspiring like this would be good for the soul. So I highly recommend that you go out and grab a copy for yourself. And I believe right now there is also a version in Bahasa Malaysia as well. So there's something for everyone in this book, and I'm sure you will find some gems and some lessons that you will take with you for always just by reading this book. Thank you so much for spending this moment with us and being on our show. It has been such a great honor. I wish you lots of luck for your new epic romance that we expect to be published really soon. So please do keep us posted, and we'd love to come back and talk to you again.
Thank you so much.
This episode would not have been possible without the kindness, the generosity and the graciousness of Tun Dr. Siti Hasmah, Kak Marina for helping us out, Rudy for the arrangements, and Kak Lina for your directions so that I didn't get lost at Putrajaya. I wish you all the very, very best for 2017 and much love and peace to you and your loved ones. My Name is Hasmah, published by Current Craft, is available at all good bookstores. For more information, check out the publisher's website, link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to click like, share and subscribe. Tell everybody about the channel. For those of you who are celebrating Christmas, I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. For the rest of you, have a wonderful holiday season. And to one and all, a fabulous 2017 ahead. I'm sending you loads of love, light and literature. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you again next year. Bye!